Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, today's video, I was hoping for it to only be one, but when I was going back and reviewing footage and seeing the timestamps, I'm gonna have to break it into two parts because organizing my makeup takes longer than packing it, apparently. I had an idea of where everything needed to go, what organizers I needed, so on and so forth. But when I started to look at the timestamps, I figured it was just easier to break it into two parts, especially because the eyeshadows alone took 2 nights, and even then I'm still kind of like I could probably reorganize them a little bit, but that's my slight OCD kicking in right there. This, however, you guys, is part 1, which is going to be primers, foundations, concealers, powders, and probably bronzers. Definitely check the title. I may break it into more and I'm not completely sure. I was trying to gauge it all and not overwhelm my editor. But you guys, we are diving into the drawers, organizing them in part 1, and just seeing how everything fits, what needed to be moved around, and the final product. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I organized my makeup in the new beauty room at our new house, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I really need to get my makeup drawers organized, and I feel like primers is actually one of the easier drawers because I just need one of my inserts, and I think this is the one that goes in there. These I get at like TJ Maxx Home Goods from, the brand is Bino. I don't know if you can see that right there, but I like them because they don't take up too much space, and the nice thing is, like, when I'm doing my primers, they're about the exact width or height of my primers. Most of them, actually. So I think I need to move a bunch of these. Okay, so that just kind of fits in there like that. And then I can start with like this Silk Hydration, things like this that are already in like a drawer or a box. I know I need to use it, but for right now it's gonna go in here, and then hopefully I'll reach for it later. But I try and get my taller tubes, so this one's gonna end up resting on top of something. Okay, so that one won't stand up in here. I think my Olivia Palermo will stand up in here, so that will, yeah, it'll be out on its own. And then the round ones, I think these will go right here. So if they're taller, they're gonna be on the bottom, obviously. And then my smaller ones will go on top. And I can just lay them crisscross like that. This one's too tall, just like the watermelon from Ciate. These two are great hydrating primers. I have been kind of using them in the summer, even though I can be a grease ball, but with the right powder on top, they look beautiful. Actually, I'll probably put this one up here because I reach for it the most. That Cali Ray is phenomenal. That is actually my second tube of it. Now, so I have these little shade sticks. I think I have a short. So the Bino also have these ones, which they can nest inside of each other, which makes it easy when I'm not using them. I think I'm gonna use this for right now. Unless, of course, I find another drawer that I need it in, but for right now, I have my little eyeshadow primers. Well, primers is done. Okay, on to foundations and concealers. Like I said last time, I already have this added in here. It has adhesive on each end, so I was able to size it where I needed it and put it in there. So concealers are chucked in there, foundations are chucked in here, but I need to kind of organize them a little bit better. In the last house I had them set up drugstore and high end. I think I need to fix that because they're just all over the place right now. So this is what it is. And it actually comes individually wrapped. There's, I think, a pack of 12, and they just adjust based off of the size of the drawer. And then there are the adhesive stickers that come with it to make it easy to put it in place and stay there. It has been a lifesaver because it's not going anywhere. It's in that drawer, it's stuck, and I can set up my foundations and concealers exactly how I want them. Now, I think I'm gonna do my high end up here and my more affordable in the back. I don't know that I wanna put one, actually it's too short anyways, but I don't know that I'd wanna break that off because I feel like I can get them to just kind of organize in here. This is the dilemma because now I'm going to be double stacking them. I need to get one of those things that's got like the elevated stack. I think that's all high end. Oh no, I'm missing 2. That should work for right now. Oh, wow. And then I only have a couple more of the affordable. And then just, no. All right, now we need to fix my concealers. Okay, so I think for concealers, I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing where I have my high end up towards the front because I think I have less more affordable ones. Like Sephora, I would consider affordable. Elf, ColourPop. That is a little more organized. I still don't think it's perfect, but it's a lot easier to see what I have. And actually, I might move this one down. And there we are. Just one random one out of place. It actually kind of irks my nerves, but we'll deal with it. Okay, powders, not so bad. I kind of just chuck them in here when I place them anyways. I don't know why. What is the Invisimatte blotting papers? Not sure why they're in there. Probably because they're supposed to like help set the face. I don't know. Yeah, this drawer's not that bad. But if you want to see how my setting powders are set up, this is it. Okay, now we're on to bronzers. And this one is a little bit more complicated. So this is the drawer that I had them in before, and it goes in this area right here. So now that I've got my chair, I'm going to take a bunch of this out and see where we can get things to go. Okay, so when I put this in the drawer, this will actually slide back. I think the drawer's warped a little bit, which is why it's like sitting weird. But when it's full, I'll put it in the back and then have stuff right here as well. So these are actually too big to go in any of the slots. So I usually just have them stacked and they're usually back here. I think this actually is too tall with that one on there. We'll figure it out. This, I will say, I put my favorite bronzers in here that I reach for the most. So like my Say Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer, absolutely fell in love with that this year. Or the ones that I keep out of the way that I reach for once in a while. Because these will be tucked back here. So... got what I can fit in here. Oh, for the most part. I think that's pretty much everything. Kind of. Like these do not want, they're usually together. And I added this and this in here that aren't normally in here. So yeah, they'll go somewhere else. Weird to me because this isn't how I had it set up in the previous house, and it feels weird because I also didn't have the Patrick Ta, and this was pushed back more. I think this was on top. It feels wrong, weird. I'm not sure. I also know this one can't go on their sides because they're too tall. So it just makes it awkward. And I still don't know. I'll have to come back and look at this one because for right now, this is, yeah, it works. It's not my favorite. So now we're on to face palettes, and I actually have face palettes in 2 drawers right now because they're not organized. And highlighters are in 3 drawers, which is obnoxious. But we need to pull these out and see how we can organize them. And then like this was part of my backdrop in the previous house. So gotta figure out where that goes. All right, welcome to chaos. The easiest thing I think to start with is probably the Hourglass palettes, just because I know that those are gonna be all together. All right, so these are the Hourglass palettes, and I think I had the Charlotte Tilbury behind them, which I reached for a lot, but there were other things with this. What is this? Oh, Complex Culture. I think this was towards the front. Yep. And then NARS. It's not perfect, but they're in there. And then this is the Blush and Bloom Cheek and Lip Duo. I think I'm just gonna put this in with cheeks and not put it in the face palette drawer. And then this is blush and highlighter, but I think I might have to keep this out as a display because it just does not want to fit in there. It's bulky. Okay, and now we're on to blush. This is the divider that I have for blushes. This was Impressions Vanity. I think I got it off of Amazon, but they do have a website, so really nice for organizing. But first we gotta make room. Okay, so this is finally empty. And then I just remembered, I think I had something along the side to put the smaller, like narrower ones in. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, so also by Bino, these are nice because they're super long and they're the entire length of these drawers, which are linked in a couple other videos. I'll try and link them if I remember in these videos as well for my storage. This is pretty organized. There's still quite a bit that's not in the drawers yet and baffling me because I know it all fit in there. And this is some of it, not all of it. Like I do have a spare of the, what is it, Luminoso from Milani. I'll set that there. I think I had all the ColourPops like sitting in like just on top of some of these round ones, but there's a bunch of ColourPops, so it's just kind of like, where exactly were they hanging out? But I can put some of them over here. Like I don't remember where the Kaja one was, but I know I reach for it a lot, so I don't want it too far back. And my Merits, which are really beautiful cream, like I don't know where to put them. Trying to make them work. Weird enough, I think I'm gonna have to switch to a second drawer for blushes, but I'm really trying not to because I've never been that type of blush person. This was never in the drawer because it sits too high and it's kind of like bulky towards the bottom. It was in my 360 display thing, which I have since given to a friend. So where to make this fit? I'll figure it out. And then the beauty wands from e.l.f. and Charlotte Tilbury. These are absolutely fabulous. If you haven't tried them, don't sleep on them. Matte ones, the glowy ones, these will probably just sit right here on top so I can grab them. It's not perfect. Anyone who's got OCD, this is gonna irk your nerves. I'm really sorry. It's irking my nerves right now. Okay, you guys, we are on to highlighters, and I wish this was the only drawer. It is not. I currently have it overflowing into the drawer below it, as well as this drawer. Now, I do have a drawer beside this first drawer that is empty, so I might do this drawer and the one next to it as far as organization, but it's a lot of highlighters and who needs this many? Let me go ahead and remove these out of the drawers so I can kind of get a better idea of what I'm working with. Oh, this is overwhelming. But this is also the divider I had in the drawer before. I don't have another one for the second drawer, but that doesn't mean I won't pick one up later. For now, we'll make do. This isn't even a highlighter, it's a bronzer. So that goes up here somewhere. Never shot 2 drawers before, so we're gonna see how this works. And I think this will go in this drawer for right now, and then like my larger palettes and like leftovers will end up over here. That way I can look at both of those drawers together when I'm trying to figure out my makeup. I think I'm gonna start with like the bigger palettes because I know like these aren't gonna go into the organizer. Those are fairly easy. The rest of it is not so much. With this organizer, I think I'm gonna put the highlighters I use more frequently in here. Like, I've got both of the Cali Rays, but honestly, I reach for Moonlight Beach more. And as much as I like this one, which is, actually, I like both of them so much. One's cool toned, one's warm toned. I'm gonna keep both of them. Never mind, I thought I was about to declutter something. I tried. These two are, so the Revlon Skin Lights is a dupe for Amrezy, so I'm gonna keep them together. Okay, so I got the ones that I reach for the most. There's going to be some supplemental ones that go in there that, oh wait, I found 2 more that I will also add in here just to kind of like not waste space. But like this one from Fenty in Sandcastle, one of my favorites, and it's beautiful for brow bone and inner corner. Okay, so I do have these that I picked up from TJ Maxx or Home Goods, one of them. They're all affiliated, right? I think this can go in here. It's the exact length of these drawers. I think they're from a company called Bino, B-I-N-O. But I think those ones would be good for like my round ones that just kind of go every which way, especially like my ColourPop ones. They don't really stay put. You guys, I'm actually quite surprised how well they fit in these two drawers. That's better than it did at the other house and just quick, simple storage solutions that I had on hand. Okay, you guys, I had taken a slight break from organizing. There was vacation, there was AC problems. It's been a whole thing. So we need to do the lip products. This is my lip gloss drawer, and every time I reach into here, I can't find anything. So I have 3 of these that I think this is what I had in the previous house. I was trying to remember what I had in here, but they're just the little dividers. And I had my lip glosses kind of double stacked where they would fit in like that. So that is gonna go in the back. And then I also have this one, which was in the front with kind of like my potted lips, like scrubs and stuff like that. I was looking at one of the videos of the like beauty room tour to remember what I had, because I really liked it like that. Now, to get all of this out of here. Okay, so I just grabbed one of my fabric organizers, and let's just empty this drawer out real quick. maybe it was a more narrow one. Perfect. Much better. Now, these are the lip sleeping masks. I put my spares in here just to kind of keep track of them. One of these should actually be on my bedside table. I think it's this one because it's almost gone. And then I have this little like spatula that came with one of them from Laneige. So I keep that along with the little sample size ones. I'm trying to use those up first. That'll work for right now. The lip oils, I think I had them in a little like square one. I think there was a shorter one that I used for back here. I haven't found it though. Oh no. All right, well that's not gonna work. I may have to look for the one that was back here, or I repurposed it in another drawer, because I do know that I used some of them in here before I set up my lip drawer, because I know the lip creams were in here as well because they can stand upright. Forget the filler, some of my favorites. And Carmex for the winter. I keep these in every purse, every jacket for the winter because the weather here will just destroy my lips. I used to keep this in my jacket for work, but it's too warm for a jacket, so this is one of my favorites. The Charlotte Tilbury lip oil. Oh, and the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil. Love this. I love their primer in this watermelon line. Beautiful. I'm basing them off of like their height difference, where they can go, just kind of eyeballing it, because there's a rhyme and reason to how they're laid out right now. And then the ones that can stand up, I'm trying to place in there. Even though I don't have a container for this area right now, I'm pretty sure I have enough that can stand on their own. And if not, it'll be fine. These lip glosses from Floss are some of my favorites, and I've gotten them in subscription boxes. Absolutely beautiful. So juicy. Running out of room, trying to slide them in here standing up. bunch of these are quite short and I've ran out of room to have them stand upright. So I need to find a container to organize them, but this is about as good as it's gonna get for right now. I'm just gonna slide them in there. I was doing so good too. And now this is the lip gloss drawer filled to max capacity apparently. I'm gonna see if I can get another container for this area to kind of make it a little more nice and neat, but I think I need to do a declutter on this drawer. I didn't do it before we moved, and I'm noticing that there's some that I'm like, I should probably get rid of them, but I'll work on a declutter once I get everything situated and I can see what I have. Okay, and on to liquid lipsticks. I do have these containers that I've used in the past. I think I only used 2 last time. I can't remember. But they tend to be big enough for, you know, some of these to just sit like this or go in here like that. So it just depends on how I get them organized, usually by size. Like, I think ColourPop actually goes in here because, oh no, they're about the same size. I'm gonna figure this out. But the container I was using to put all my products in, Sochu has now made it her little home. She has decided she wants to be where the liquid lipsticks are supposed to go. Little cat meow. Can I have that back? You're gonna fall. I'm gonna let her keep playing with that, and I'm gonna see what I can do as far as organizing these. Okay, you guys, that is the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Definitely come back if you like organizing makeup or seeing how people organize their belongings, because I never thought that was something that I liked to do. And then I would find myself watching someone else organizing and getting ideas on where to put things, how they fit, and it just all around works out better when I see someone else's perspective, because it's like a puzzle sometimes trying to organize your things. But you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.